So yeah, buying some more cheap Illuminati's, Pete.
I keep looking at them. Need some more OPPs.
It'd be a good play for me now to buy one, but I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, and you don't want to sell chickens.
Right, let's go. Language warning. Phrase. Used in situations where you need to convey to an audience that there is a high risk that some words you're about to hear may not be suitable for younger ears. For example, cow, damn, crap, bloody, sod, bugger, git, ass, bint, munga, minga, balls, arsehole, bullshit, pissed, shit, Jesus Christ, bitch, son of a bitch, bollocks, bellhead, tit, fanny, snatch, clunge, gash, prick, twat, punani, pussy, minge, cock, knob, dickhead, dick, bastard, fuck, motherfucker, wanker, and cunt. You reckon it's all right?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's stuff like, oh my God, this is so shit. I can't believe he went to a dictionary definition for a fucking language warning. And then we just started going on and on. I just lost myself.
That was the top 40 as top 40 swear words from least offensive to most offensive, I guess.
That was very good.
I'm the cunt. This bloke, I got this on a website. Cunt is, I felt nervous even typing this word. Cunt is one of the few swear words that you just an absolute no-go in many situations. In my house, you get away with it in a decent selection of bad swears, but if you even drop the C-bomb, you'll be emancipated immediately. I think he's not Australian, that bloke, but anyway.
Yeah.
G'day, mate. How you going? Welcome to the Murder and Sex Podcast, episode 17. The podcast for NFT shit kickers by NFT shit kickers. Today's show, less chickens, more ETH merging. I'm your host, Sambo. I'm joined by General So, MrPete, and our producer, CJ Butterman. How are we doing, fellas?
Yeah, good.
All good, boys.
Didn't get affected by the ETH merge too much, Pete?
No, none of my ETH got stolen, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. No thing about ETH fucking getting stolen. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I read some stuff saying you should delist everything, and I went through my everything to delist. I'm like, fuck, I haven't got nothing listed.
Wow. Makes it easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, easy when you don't sell shit.
What's going on, General?
Not a lot. Just having some beers. You know how it is.
You've been doing some shopping and some artworks we're going to get into later, eh?
Been shopping some artworks. Been shopping some other NFTs.
Just a little bit.
Just bought an NFT whilst you were doing that language warning. It made it very difficult to fucking tears.
Just quick question for you, General. Are you coming to us from inside a fucking prison cell?
Not allowed anything on the walls. I can see a curtain string.
Yeah, mattress on the floor.
This is a bed, mate. And it's, honestly, I made this for you guys. It was not made before.
Fuck making it. I would have just pointed the camera up a little bit.
You know what's going to go on the floor, though? Hang on. Give me a sec. I've hidden this one away specifically for you boys.
Oh, nice. Fucking hell.
Wait, I got one of them coming to me.
Yeah, me too, actually. Hemsy's told Delhi my information because he already won one, so what a fucking legend.
How good's that?
Yeah.
You're gonna get some trucks and some wheels, throw some bones threads in there, and get out.
Didn't even have to do the hard work. Fucking haven't kickflipped in years, mate. Yeah. And by years, I mean ever. So I'm not going to start now. Let's go to NFT news, fellas. I haven't done intros for this segment yet, so you'll have to go without my fancy. CJ was going to do the sound intro. Weren't you going to do all the sounds this episode, CJ?
No, we didn't. We didn't officially agree to that.
ETH Merge. Not much, great deal to say on this, fellas, but basically, from what I've seen, it's gone all smoothly. Have you guys seen any hiccups or anything like that? It's been pretty well run of the mill.
Yeah. It's kind of watching it on Twitter a bit and looking at a few people with some countdowns. Just lived my life for about half an hour, came back, and there was just a post. There's just a post being like, well, it's done. And I'm like, can I sign into my MetaMask? Is it okay? Like, what do I do with my hands? Like, are my NFTs there?
I was on CoinMarketCap and they had a little button there that you could click on a timer, and it'd just bring up a timer that was full screen for the ETH Merge. But it told me it was like 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I'll go back in 30 minutes. And then it added another 15 minutes, and then it added another 5 minutes, and it just kept adding a little bit more time until then all of a sudden it went through.
Because it was had to finish the end of the last block.
Yeah.
So they can't tell you exact times, I suppose. But no, that's good. I think were you sitting there like this, General, going, oh, plummet, something bad happened, plummet, I've got some money to put into ETH, plummet.
I was, and I've been pretty open about that, to be fair. Yeah, no, like, fuck, man, $1,000 ETH would be real good right now.
Yeah, no, I think there's a few people in the same boat. But I think it's good. Nothing fucking dramatic's happened. We've all still got our NFTs.
Yep.
It's not fucking chaos. So it's the last thing the crypto market needed was another little bit of chaos. So next, got Starbucks on Polygon. I was just looking at the a news article here. They've started a rewards loyalty program with Starbucks, and they're going to do Polygon. They're going to do it as NFTs. They haven't released much information about it yet. You know a bit about this, Pete. And they had 600,000 people sign up or something.
So basically, it is NFTs. They're going to basically, they're calling them stamps, I think, but you're going to basically receive NFTs every time you buy a coffee or do something. And they're going to have like crazy rewards, not just get 6 stamps or get a free coffee. Like if you get enough of them, you might get a holiday or a plane flight or something like that. But right now, it's only they're asking for people to sign up for the beta testing, basically. But you got to be in the US. You got to have an existing Starbucks rewards login to do it. And I've had 600,000 people sign up to be on the beta testing so far.
So, if they're giving out an NFT for, say, like every coffee or whatever, how many dollars I spend there, is it going to be like an NFT that I can trade to people? So then it, like, this whole space like hates buy to win, like the gaming space hates buy to win. Isn't it essentially making it buy to win if you can buy all these fucking tokens that you've accrued from actually drinking coffee and supporting fucking Starbucks?
But only if they got specific prizes. So like if there's only one prize of a trip to Hawaii or something, yes. But if they've got every time anyone gets to 1 million points, you can claim a trip to Hawaii because I've spent that much money, whether it's on secondary or someone spent that money. So the money it costs is offset by that. You know what I mean? Like it could be 10 million stamps.
If that's the case, I fucking love it, Pete, because I'd drink a lot of coffee and I'd fucking collect the stamp. Like fucking Monopoly, man. Like Macca's Monopoly. I fucking eat a fair bit of Macca's and collect the stamps, and you put them all in your phone, but you ever claim anything? You never claim it. You don't even get a fucking small fries or a fruit bag, man. Where I'm happy to collect it, but I'm not a claimer. I'd rather just fucking sell those NFTs on. You're fucking making a passive income from drinking your coffee every day.
You imagine, Sambo, if you do get your McDonald's and you scan them in and they were an NFT for a small fries, and then you can sell that small fries ticket for half the price of a small fries that someone else can go then. They're like, well, I'll buy that for half the price because I'm getting it at half price now.
And you just made 75 cents, Sambo. How good's that?
No, but like
that's why I love it.
No, Pete, I 100% agree. It is like, if you're a buyer on the secondary market, it is pay to win, but it's a loyalty program first, which is huge. Like, huge to have that, where it's not pay to win for that. It's just you're already doing it. You're already going and buying your latte every morning or whatever, and you're just getting rewarded for it. Like, great.
It's strange that the companies like Starbucks, and we just gave the example of Macca's, would want to do this. I suppose you probably get a lot of notoriety and business from the advertising and things, but like, use our Macca's example and your small fries or fruit bag. How many of those tickets go out unclaimed compared to, like, what NFTs is doing in this case is giving that dead money, which is the small fries or fruit bag ticket, value. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not great for Macca's. It's potentially not great for Starbucks, but potentially they're seeing more upside than downside. But it's it'd be an interesting equation to look at for sure.
You say that though, but it does. I think it would encourage people to buy more
and go there.
Go there over somewhere else. Yeah. And you think about, like, where you talk about buying on the secondary. Say I go to Starbucks every day, I buy coffees, and I get up to a really high value, and then I want to go on a holiday, but I'm not going to get to my value to use their flights or whatever at that time. I could go on the secondary and buy them for half the price of what the flight was going to cost me, and then use the rest of my points. So you don't actually have to get there before you can use it, because you can buy parts of it if you want to on the secondary. That's the way I understand how it works. I'm not, like, they haven't released huge details, and we're just speculating right now.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out there and buy some Starbucks.
Well, at least wait till the program starts. Pete, this is only step one as well. Imagine how much money you're going to save when you can just get your kids free hash browns.
Mate, I fucking need a Hungry Jack's one. That's the amount of Hungry Jacks I eat.
Sign me up.
A couple of free Whopper Juniors.
It's definitely worth signing up to the whitelist. Is it a whitelist, Pete?
In Australia, it's not. If you're in the States, I would definitely be signing up to it. What's the harm? Like, if you drink Starbucks or even near a Starbucks, fucking sign up, go buy a coffee, see what the big deal is.
Are they capping that whitelist? Or is it?
Well, I don't even know whether it's
still open.
I don't think it's, if you sign up, you're guaranteed a spot. I think if you sign up, you're not guaranteed a spot. They might go, okay, we only wanted 200,000 people. We're going to randomly select 200 of these 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's what I sort of understood when they said there's no guarantees just because you signed up. You're just saying, I'm interested.
I love it. Bringing NFTs use case into the real world, man. It's great.
That's what we've been talking about 17 episodes now, right? Like, it's finally here.
Yeah. And fucking Starbucks, massive fucking international company, so.
Yeah.
Let's go on to this fucking downer. Volume on OpenSea is down 99% since this time last year. Nearly 100%. It's like 99.6 something. It's fucking nuts. But this is why I wanted to bring this graph up, because I've shown up a few people this graph that have been a bit down in the dumps. Not financial advice at all, but in my experience in markets, and mostly crypto markets, most of these things go in cycles. So you can see there in April of last year, and we're sitting, then it humps up to January there, which is, I think that's like $5 billion worth of sales, compared to, I think we've had about 500 million in this month, just not even close to each other. But if you can see that parabola there, where it goes from nothing to high to low, that's what I'd call a cycle, right? And we might run at this low section for a while before we come back up again. But in my experience, what happens in these cycles is right in the peak of this market general, what would you say? We had like 500,000 wallets trading. It was something around there. Was it around there?
Yeah. We'll call it 500,000.
It's a fucking drop in the ocean when you really think about it. Like, it's fucking nothing. So, my prediction, and just from like past history that I've looked at, this next cycle is going to be potentially double that 5 billion peg right in the center there. So, if anyone's down in the dumps and out and they're like, oh, I've lost all my money, not financial advice, of course, but if you could fucking hold on by the seat of your pants, and I'm not saying that there's 90% of these projects that are going to go to zero, but go back, look at these trends, especially in crypto, and you'll see these cycles happen all the time. And we've had that 500,000 user wallet in, and they've learned about NFTs and they've traded a few NFTs, and there's another million people out there that know about NFTs, but that not trading about NFTs. And the next cycle, there's going to be 5 million people that know about NFTs and don't trade about NFTs, but we're going to get a few percentage of those across that are going to be traders, and maybe we can have up to 1 million traders going on, which should pump the volume of a lot of the fucking good projects that we're into. So I just wanted to bring that up. I don't know whether you boys have anything you want to say about it, but a few people have come to me down in the dumps, and I'm like, fucking, if you can hold on, like, no, everyone's situation's different, but if you can hold on, fucking hold your pants up, fucking run to the fucking bank and fucking stay there as long as you can, and see if you can weather out this fucking bear market. And then when we're back in this bull market, we're going to be fucking cheering again.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you even call 2017 NFT market a proper cycle? Or is this the first one that we've really seen that's like getting close enough to mass adoption? So if you were here in this cycle, next cycle comes around, and like you said, even an extra 500, delicious, Pete.
You should be here to smell it, mate.
There's 500,000 extra wallets come in, but you've watched the whole thing happen before, and you should hopefully be able to see it when it's rising, hopefully be able to see it before it falls, and this time make a bit better of a play on the downside of the market. My big thing though is that if you are still here, you like NFTs, right? Whether that's in the form of the community or the utility or a play to earn or whatever. In my opinion, not financial advice. If you're worried or you're upset about what you're holding, consolidate, take losses on shit, and put whatever you've got into things that you believe in. And that if you're looking at it and you're going, oh fuck, this is 90% down, right? Yeah, that sucks. That fucking sucks really bad. But you put that 10% you've got left into projects that you believe in and you think will come out the other side into the next bull run and be strong. And that 10% could be 500x on what you initially started with, right? So you'd be 500% up instead of 90% down. That's what I think.
So you're telling me to sell all my NFTs and buy 300 Catdogs?
Fuck yeah.
Pete, I'm sure Pete will give you half of his 3,000
I'm already halfway there.
You're the biggest Catdog holder, aren't you, Pete?
No, I'm third.
Third, fuck.
How far are you behind number one?
Well, number one, I think I'm actually probably technically second because there's a wallet there, but I'm pretty sure it holds 500. But it's the dev's wallet.
Yeah.
So I'm technically second if you take them out because there's a bloke with about 150 and I've got 50.
Okay.
And 50 cost you what? $150?
Yeah, something like that. Probably less.
All off for the Catdogs, Pete.
Sorry, before we go on, I would just like to be very clear that I was not saying sell all your shit and buy Catdogs.
Okay, mate. Whatever you reckon.
All right, hang on. Before we go any further, General, do you own a cat dog?
I do.
So fucking sell everything, buy Catdogs. There you go.
I'll trade out
150.
trade out my 80 chickens for your cat dog, General. It's worth it.
But I've got laser eyes too.
Wow. I better get a few more to trade for you. Let's end NFT news on this. It's a bit lighter. Coming out yesterday, the 20 best PFPs by some cunt. I don't know who. It's one of the new news sites I look at. NFT Now.
Some dumb cunt.
I was, credit to Langston Thomas here, September 14th, which was yesterday. I was just looking through here and I'm like, 20 of the best, read that headline, 20 of the best Web3 PFP art projects. Web3 art projects. Right. There's not even PFP in there.
That's PFP NFTs.
PFP NFTs at the top. But best Web3 art projects, right? Okay, so think of that when you're looking through this list. You just tell me which shouldn't be in this list. I want to hear from you, CJ, as well, as we scroll down. First, a few CryptoPunks and Bored Apes. And what's the third one? Zuki. What do you reckon about those three, Pete?
Yeah, they should be there. Like Azuki had their rug leader, but it's still held up okay, and they're still cool PFPs, so they still probably should be there.
Yeah, the art is good, right?
Yeah, art's good.
Yeah, it's a lot better than some of these in this list. Right, General, I'll give you the next three. Clonex, Moonbirds, and Doodles.
Yes, they should be there.
Wait, they should
Doodles.
be there.
Go, Pete,
Well,
go.
there you go. They should be there. They're only there because of notoriety and where they came into the market and how well they've done. As a PFP project, fucking rubbish. Like Doodles is fucking shit. It's pastely. It's fucking something like you'd see on a 3-year-old kid draw. Fucking Moonbirds is fucking pixelated. Like, I love Moonbirds. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to own a Moonbird, but I wouldn't have it as my PFP. It's a fucking dodgy ass pixelated owl. And what was the one before that? I fucking had issues with it too.
You tell us, Pete.
Fuck me. Aren't they the ugliest fucking thing you've ever seen? Like, the only reason why they're worth money is because Nike's involved in them.
Hey,
Fuck me. They would have got fucking killed in the market if they fucking didn't have a Nike link.
Pete, I personally can't really disagree with what you've just said. I do agree. I'm not a big fan of the Clonex. Moonbirds, I don't particularly like pixelated art. And Doodles, well, it's not really my cup of tea. But every single one of them is iconic. You look at it, you know what it is straight away. Like the Clonex, like 3D avatar, Moonbirds and the traits that they brought along. And then Doodles, that you say it's like pastel colors,
but just because
that
I
is
know
such a defining factor, and the art style is different to like even the cute PFPs. It's different. You look at it, you know what it is straight away.
Yeah,
and
but that's not
that means it should be on the list.
No, it doesn't. But it's saying that they're the best art. Remember what it said at the top. These are the best NFT art projects. That's not good art. Azuki's fucking cool as fuck. And don't get me wrong, CryptoPunks is probably... I like CryptoPunks because of the historical factor and of its uniqueness. And it was first pixel, like the first pixel one. Every pixel one after CryptoPunks needs to fuck off.
Didn't Doodles go big? Didn't Doodles go big because of the eye? The floating eye. That was the thing, wasn't it? It was like they did the floating eye thing, and it's like, oh, that's a bit different. And like, They're a bit pastel-y and I suppose unique, but it's a floating eye, wasn't it?
Think outside the box. That's art, bro. Don't put an artist in a box. Don't put an artist eye in a
Okay,
box.
I've got a question.
This is going fucking downhill after these three,
Oh,
isn't it?
Pete, I've got a question for you before we go on to the next few. You've just told us how you felt about those three. Would you have those three in your wallet?
I would have, if I had the money, I would have a Doodle and I would have a Moonbird. Probably wouldn't have a Clonex.
Really?
Like, because I'd prefer that. I'd sell the Clonex and buy something else probably.
See, I'd like.
Whereas I like Moonbirds and I like Doodles. I'd have them in my wallet, but I wouldn't have them as a PFP.
But Clonex is backed by Nike. It's like it's the one, right? That if anyone can afford to just pump money into a project to keep it going so that they can see the bear market out, surely it's Clonex, right?
It's nothing for Nike just to pump a couple $100 million into a failing project.
It's nothing for Nike just to go, let's cut some fucking fat here. Let's cut the NFT project. It's fucking useless now. We minted it. We're not making any more money on it. Let's just cut it.
Companies are so projects are being like, oh, we made $10 million in VC funding. That's like fucking chewing gum on Nike's shoe.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, if it's just bleeding cash, what's the point of Nike being in it? It was a good promo gimmick for Nike. That's what I look at. It was probably more of a promo gimmick for Nike than anything.
I don't know. I think some of these companies want to be in on the ground floor too. So, like General said, fucking it's nothing for Nike to throw fucking millions at a thing. And if they throw it at this and it works out, they were one of the first to fucking do it. If it doesn't work out, what's a few $100 million to Nike? Fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's what 50 million, 100 million. That's solid cash to give runway and a bankroll to a project to do some cool shit, and that's nothing to them.
We'll give you the next three, CJ. What are they here? Cool Cats.
Fucking Cool Cats. I mean, what's this? Are we still in the top 10? It feels like we're still in the top 10.
This is 7. There's number 7.
I mean, Cool Cats should not be in top 10, right? World of Women, we can have that in top 10. Cryptodes. I never really got involved with them, but I know Pete won't like them because they're a pixel project after CryptoPunks, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. And fucking, see the ones that are there? They're like the best ones in the whole collection. There's about fucking 6 of them. You go onto OpenSea and have a look at what the rest of the collection looks like. You can barely even make out their toads. They look like a fucking blob.
The one in the bottom in the center looks the best to me.
Yeah.
This one, I like the Jedi one. This one here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But Cryptode's just been held up by Yuga, isn't it? Like, what are Cryptodes doing?
Is Cryptodes Yuga?
Is it Yuga?
No, I don't think so. No, it's a Gremlin.
It's Gremlin, but it's got Yuga. It's got some kind of.
They're in the Yuga ad.
They're in the Yuga ad, but it's got some kind of Yuga tie, and that's what people were thinking when they were in the ad.
But no, Cryptodes are super early on too. Were they? It would have been around a Bored Apes time, I would have thought. Don't hold me to that. Anyway, let's go on to the next three. We've got a few more to get through here. What do we got? Pudgy Penguins. What do you reckon, Pete?
No, this is CJ's.
It's still CJ's.
Oh, it's still CJ.
I know CJ likes these.
Yeah, man. You gotta love the Pudgy Penguins. I mean, the traits. It's just a meme project, but they got bought over by like a pretty legit guy. He's been successful in the retail market before, and he's coming out with like the cuddly toy penguins. So and they look pretty cool. So yeah, Pudgy Penguins should be there.
Right. I like Pudgy Penguins, believe it or not, but that's only because they were the first sort of cute PFP. So they get a little bit of respect in that sense, as in like punks were first pixel, their first Q.
So, it's fine. As long as you're first.
Everyone
long
knows.
as
Yeah,
you're
once it's done once, that's it. It can never be done again.
Exactly.
What if I made a collection of athletically fit penguins, Pete? That'd be okay, or what?
As long as I had 6 packs, you'd be sweet.
Move over for Denzel. Generative art has already been made.
Just go through all these collections and just make the opposite of them because they've all got a adjective and a verb. Goblin Town, Pete, you fucking won one of these.
I did, and I like it.
And you kept it.
I did.
Thought you were going to sell it.
Fucking, I don't sell shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll ride it to the ground. That's what I like to do.
I thought you were gonna sell it and then just buy more Illuminatis with the proceeds to then win more goblins.
I'm going to win more bulk goblins anyway, General. I got that feeling. So,
yeah, what is it? It's a 1 in 10,000 chance or something. Pretty good odds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rate Goblin Town as quality Web3 art either, but anyway.
But see,
on.
If you look at the you say that though, if you look at the details, like they look ugly and they look like they're really drawn really simply. If you actually click on them and look at the details and look at the detail in the wrinkles, and it's fucking well done. It's really good art.
But it's easy to do something well done if you don't have something to compare it to. You know what I mean? If you're comparing a piece of shit to a piece of shit, it still looks like a piece of shit, Pete.
That's it. It was the first ugly PFP, so Pete obviously likes
it. First ugly one, that, yeah.
Second one.
I get it. Right, what do we got next here?
I'm hoping there's going to be a double up that I actually like.
Okay, Bears. What do you reckon here, General?
I don't mind the art. I think it's like they look cool. They make a good profile picture, but if I'm being honest, they're a bit of a Bored Ape ripoff.
Yeah.
Hey, join the team, General. They weren't first.
Not what I said.
If you weren't going to say they're a Bored Ape ripoff, I was.
So none of those ones there, like they all have shirts on, but there's definitely, when you can see the full torso, there's definitely some similarities with a naked Bored Ape and a naked OK Bear.
Very similar art style too.
There was some inspiration taken. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, righto. Next, what else we got? Invisible Friends. What do you reckon, CJ?
I mean, I don't even know why this is here. I haven't seen anyone on Twitter with an Invisible Friends PFP. Have you?
Is the first invisible one, Pete? You should love it.
I just don't fucking get it. Like, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it that it's invisible. If I wanted to fucking buy something invisible, I shouldn't buy anything at all.
It's probably one of the first like decent, high quality like animated loops.
Animated, yeah.
That should give it something for you, right? It's the first.
Yeah, but I still don't like it because you can't see your face. It's not really a PFP. How can it be a PFP if there's no face?
Why don't you just put your own face in there, Pete?
You could, but then it's not an NFT because you've modified it, haven't you?
Well, it's not
maybe
anyway.
Well,
not visible.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you there. Sorry, guys, CJ.
What's more anonymous than invisible?
Yeah.
You know, we're all on Twitter using an anon profile picture. Why not be invisible?
Anonymous names. I don't even know any of your cons' real name. You could fucking be bullshitting me. Oh no, Pete's name.
Well, actually, probably not. That's my adopted name. See.
Yeah. You don't know. Mum and Dad could have changed it.
Sebo's real name is George.
Now here's where I have an issue, General.
Yep.
It said best Web3 art at the top, though. Let me remind you, but it said best Web3 art.
Yep.
This is MF's.
Yeah.
Where do you rate this as in the, say, like best Web3 top 20? Where would you rate this?
Look, man, there's something about it that I like just from it's I don't know, it's just a funny NFT, right? It's actually, to me, it's kind of what an NFT is. It's just a funny picture that someone's drawn. It's the perfect embodiment of it. But no, it's shit art, and it's supposed to be shit art, so it shouldn't be number 12 on the list.
Yeah, maybe top 100. I'd put it in the top 100.
I reckon that you fucking drew this.
Well, wouldn't still be fucking having a podcast with you cunts if I drew them.
The old Satoshi rug, hey?
Yeah. Righto, what's the next one, CJ? You can have it. Fluff World. I don't even know about Fluff World until I seen him on this list.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought this was a rug. I think we should just skip past this
one. Creature World. I've seen a couple of these around. I've never seen anyone buying or selling them, but I think they're cheap, aren't they? Aren't they super cheap?
They were huge. They were very, very successful until they weren't.
Yeah. So they might have had their day. I don't mind the art of them. I think that's okay. But same deal. If you're talking top stuff. Anyway, go on to the next one. Where are you?
Getting down into the fucking bottom of the barrel here, aren't we?
Deadfellas, Pete. Tell us about Deadfellas.
I have no fucking idea. I've never even heard of them, really.
Pete, this is an Aussie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is before my time. Like I didn't get into NFTs until fucking September. So I hardly know. Like that last one, this one, fuck mate. And they can't have done that well if I don't fucking know them and I've never seen it before.
I really like them and like art wise, and they also have an NFT gallery somewhere. I think it's around Brisbane. It's like the first permanent NFT gallery in Australia. So you should go check that out, Pete.
I will. I might have a look. I might look them up. What are they worth? What's their floor price?
I think they're a little bit over 1 still.
Okay.
And the founder, Betty, has like a cult following.
Yeah, I don't mind them either, General.
I don't mind the look of them, to tell you the truth, but like I just never really heard of them before. 0.62 floor.
Well, that's dropped.
Okay, everything's
Okay.
One thing I don't mind about them is...
yeah, exactly.
Like, they're all green, which is sort of, you think that all blend together, but all their traits are really unique and they all look different, which is what I like.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it when you get to a PFP project and you click on it, and this is different because you're looking at it on a computer and they pick out fucking good ones. But you go to the floor and you're like, fuck me dead, the first 20 all look the same.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at the floor here and they're all different.
Best 12.
See, what I really like about the Deadfellas is they're all green, right? There's no real differences there, but the trait selection makes them all look so unique. Which the argument could be made that is the art, and therefore they're the best art in the list we've seen so far.
Yeah, well, it's the only one we haven't gone. Fuck. So, we'll just scroll through the last ones, CJ. We won't. That's it. Only 1, 2 more. Psychedelics Anonymous. I've never even heard of it, so we'll skip that unless you boys want to talk about it.
Just another Aussie guy.
Sup Ducks. I can get on board with Sup Ducks. Give me a yes or a no, Pete.
No.
General.
Yes.
CJ.
Initially, yes, but no.
I hate their fucking beaks. That's what I fucking hate.
Peter,
You
was
just
yes or
fucking
no?
annoy me. Sorry. No,
Right, keep going, CJ. Forgotten Runes. I've never heard of it either. And that's it. That's the last
And that's
one.
it. Can I just say, where the fuck was Gang?
Yeah, fucking.
Good point.
Well,
Yeah.
in saying that, you don't want to be. That's because it's best art. And have you seen the gutter cats? They're fucking horrible art. Gutter clones, good art. Gutter cats, fucking horrible art.
Them's fighting words, Pete.
Don't get me wrong. Great following, great community, great project, all that kind of stuff. But if you putting money on an art project, fucking gutter cats does not do it. Gutter clones does. Gutter cats doesn't.
Right, moving on. Let's go have a look through.
You're talking this boys here, all right?
Yeah. I don't want you to fucking start throwing fists, all right? We have a look into your wallet general.
Yep.
Have a look at your NFTs. Ask you a few questions. See what you've got most of, what you got least of. You can answer this one. How'd you get into NFTs originally?
Hang on a second. My AirPods are being shit.
Ah, that's just Apple stuff,
there
mate.
we go.
That's standard.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Now I've got one on charge, and I've got the other one in. When you lose me, I'll have to flip them over.
How'd you get into NFTs originally?
My good friends Hamish and Andy. We hang out all the time. They mentioned that once a week on Thursday morning we hang out, and yeah, they told me about some Z horses. So I bought some, and that brings us to here.
They just sold all their Z horses. I see.
They just had a Z horse blitz. Actually, there was no sales. They just sent them all. They just opened the gate. Sent them all away.
Let them out. There's your wallet here. I can see your profile picture there. You got a cat.
Yep.
We're going to talk about gutter cats later, so don't worry about that. What's that fucking thing right in the center there?
That is a little nouns.
Tell us about that.
You ever heard of nouns, Dow?
I've heard of nouns, yes.
Yeah, so one of them gets minted every day for eternity, as long as someone is willing to bid on it. Lil nouns they're connected, but they're not the same. And one of these is minted every 15 minutes for eternity, as long as someone is willing to pay to mint it. Basically, it's like a CCO project, and there's something to do with like every 10th mint they put that mint into the DAO. So right now I think they're sitting on I think it's about 900 ETH, and 9 or 10 of the original nouns DAOs as like a kitty for the DAO to play with. And I don't know, man, I just kind of liked the idea behind it, and I saw it on the floor. It's got some it looks different to all the other ones, so I had some spare ETH after my recent sale, and I just bought it.
Wait,
what is it meant to be?
What do you think it's meant to be? Because I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, what's it meant to be?
It looks to me like a human basketball player.
It's not. Look, CJ, bring up an ape punk.
Is this ape punk? Is that a derivative?
Well, yeah, Pete doesn't like it because it's the not the first pixelated project. No, it's an ape, and it's got a red beard and a red backwards hat, and a uncommon set of sunglasses, from what I can tell, because they don't have metadata, so you can't actually see the traits. It's just what they look like.
What did you pay for it on secondary?
0.15.
Oh yeah, I've seen these things. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're like, grail punks. I've scrolled through the collection, and I have not seen another ape Lil Noun.
That's a bit of a fucking stretch, if you ask me, isn't it?
Well, it's still like a third of the pixels, bro.
Well,
Do
it's
so.
still a fucking stretch.
Um,
I'm glad you agree. I told him that last night. I'm like, it doesn't look fucking anything like that.
I paid 0.15 for it.
One question I've got for you, General, not
Yep.
ragging on nouns or anything, but
Yeah.
if you've got limited pixels, why do you take up half the image with a pair of fucking sunglasses?
That's the classic nouns thing, dude.
I'm not into it, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong. Might have good historic, and I like the idea of it, but
it's also a low number.
Not the picture.
So it's like 1,150, I think. Now, right now, I think there's about 5,000 minted, but you can imagine when there's 50,000 minted, that the 1055, that the lower numbers come for a bit of a premium.
Very cool idea. Very cool idea. I like it.
I bought it because of the concept behind it.
Right, what are your favourites in your wallet? Favourites and rugs we can scroll through and do both at the same time. Have you got any rugs?
I have... The rugs that I have aren't actually in my wallet anymore. Because...
There's a rug?
Oh, yeah, okay. So that's what I was going to say. The rest of those, the other 20 that I own, are currently in a staking contract that I am never, ever going to interact with again.
Yeah.
So...
Oi, at least you only got 20 in there, General.
There's also, Pete, I was about to bring this up when you were talking so much shit about pixelated projects, and I'm like, well, motherfucker, you're a top holder in a pixelated project that I know about.
But I was in it for the game. The game was unique, General.
It was unique. It was just another racing game, Pete. So fucking settle down. It wasn't even the first pixelated racing game. Board Cats, also a rug.
Yeah.
And I have a proper rug, so rugged that it doesn't even show on OpenSea because the owner of the contract just upped and pretty much deleted it. So you can see it on LooksRare, but you cannot see it on OpenSea.
Yeah, right. Proper rugged.
OpenSea, deleted it. And it was gone. And I paid 0.08 for that, which doesn't seem like a lot, but, you do that a couple of times and you're down half an ETH, right?
Yeah. Right, do a giveaway, sell, keep. One to give away, one to sell, one to keep.
Sell, keep. I'm keeping my Gutter Cat clone because I've been looking for a motherfucker that clean and aesthetically pleasing for a long time. So I'll keep that. I'm going to sell my Mystery Bowl as soon as that hits 2 ETH, which will be in about 24 hours. And I will give away the Wheel Survive Death 1987. Now, I'm actually going to give that away. So at the end of this episode, how about we just have a little code word? And if you comment that on the YouTube throughout the week, the next episode, we'll just chuck all you cunts on a wheel and that's it.
Fuck yeah, sounds good.
This is the collection that I minted the 1-on-1 of.
Yeah.
And sold it for a pretty penny. And I bought the pink one, the 2179, because I liked the little halo, satin halo. And this other one is the second one that I bought. So yeah, we'll give that away. I think right now it's worth about like 0.03. So
hell yeah.
The team behind this. Do you guys
quick question for you.
Yeah, go.
Quick question for you. If no one watches this episode of this podcast and I enter the NFT competition with the code word, can I win it? Just say no, General.
Pete, you know what? On principle, I have to say yes because I did say I was going to do that. But you wouldn't even like it because it's not the first 3-day avatar, right? So
no one watches this episode, Pete. I'm going to bot it and I'm going to fucking win the cat.
Hey, General, just because I don't like shit doesn't mean I don't buy shit to write it to zero.
No, these are on their way back up, bro.
Cool. Let's keep going with your wallet, but in a different chain. FX Hash General. I've got written here, General's a real art collector now. So we've got to treat him like a real art collector because he's buying stuff on FX Hash.
I've been buying stuff on FX Hash for a while, and I've been talking you guys ear off about it. So I'm happy I finally got a bit of a limelight. So
Yeah.
So you have to listen to me, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can't just stop the stream. So I started collecting on FX Hash a little while ago after listening to the Two Bored Apes podcast with Zeneca, who is a huge generative art collector, and Jamie, who is also a huge generative art collector. And I just really like the idea of it, right? Like, some motherfucker just writes a bunch of lines of code and they can spit out some really cool shit. So I started buying, and FX Hash is cheap. So I just kept buying, and that brings us to here.
How many you reckon you got at the moment? 80?
On FX Hash, nah, not 80. Maybe like 50.
Hey, the ships of triangulism, that was up a little bit higher. Is it supposed to look like a pair of lungs?
I don't know, man. I thought it was like
looks like an X-ray of lungs.
I think it's like a space invader.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Brian.
it does. I definitely thought like Space Invader ship.
But some of the fucking good ones, that's fucking shit if you ask me, General.
It is
I don't
shit.
know why you'd fucking even buy that.
Well, see, you got to realize as well that there's a lot of free mints on FX Hash. So if you mint it, and honestly, some of them do okay. So, one of my favorite pieces was a free mint. I wasn't lucky enough to free mint it. I paid for it. But on FX Hash, I do have a couple of favorites. Planet's number 2, just there. I bought this afternoon actually, and it was cheap as fuck. I paid 4 TES, and TES is about $2.50 Australian. Now we're getting art talk, right? So you buy things because you really like what they look like. And this one just reminds me of the cover art from Tame Impala's album Currents. It's like a bit of a psychedelic feel. Can
you read the little bio for us?
Yeah, give me a sec. Hang on. I've got to get up on my screen. Oh no, I just accidentally deleted it. Hang on.
I just want the audience to hear it from your soothing voice.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
Reason and emotion are 2 planet X that do not inhabit the same moon. You know your pain is surmountable. You know that tomorrow you will find a new love. Oh no, CJ,
Rugged.
You know you were lucky to have health, family, a roof to live in, but you don't feel that way. And feeling is powerful. Command us, and people succumb like a plane falling from the sky, taken hostage to an assault on the heart. It's beautiful, right?
What the fuck? Someone's just taken an excerpt out of the middle of a fucking novel there, haven't they?
I told you it was psychedelic.
Oh my god. That was like the biggest wank I've ever heard in my life.
Motherfucker just went and ate a bunch of mushies and just
fucking a bunch of mushies. A fucking bunch. Show us another one of your favourites and then we'll move on, General.
I think CJ, you got it there? That fucking the black and blue and pink one. Keep going. Oh. This one I really love. Oh no, it's on FX Hash.
Don't stress about it.
This one I really like because the algorithm works on the day of the week. So for 6 days of the week, it looks a certain way, and on a Thursday, because that's just what it randomly generated, the picture completely changes when you load it.
So it only changes on Thursday.
Only on Thursday for this one, but
So
this,
it could be shit 6 days a week and then really good 1 day a week, and you're like, mate, fuck, I want to show you this bit of art. And then you go, oh fuck, it's not Thursday.
yeah, pretty much.
That's why we have right-click save, Pete.
It could be the other way though, Pete. Right? It could look really, really shit on its special day and look really good on every other day of the week. But this artist is like a little secondary project for him. His first project is
Where is it, General? Which page?
It's on the FX hash link that I sent you.
Oh shit.
The Genesis mint that he had, it's one picture and it has 7 different representations, one for each day of the week, and they're proper different, like completely different styles, same color palette. That's the Grail, but they're a bit more expensive. You're looking at like close to an ETH for one of those. So, FX hash is cheap to collect on, but there's also projects that sell for $100,000 on it too.
Just give everyone a quick. That's it there.
Yeah, this is the daily changer.
So it changes constantly like that?
No. Each day, this is like CJ's just scrolling through the days.
Oh, okay.
So each one of these is a different day.
Question for you: you bought this?
No, I did not buy this. This is I have a different. I actually have one of these that it's all of the days on one.
You know what that reminds me of?
What? A barcode.
Sparky wiring.
Yeah, Pete, this one right here, that looks like you're wiring.
It looks like electrical wires.
Yeah.
All twisted around.
That's probably why it speaks to me, right?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm like. It speaks to me too, mate. Honestly, it's the most like one I've seen.
They're cool. So. They're really cool. Yeah.
Looks like the inside of a switch box after General's been at it.
Oh, bro, no, that's way too
It's too neat.
So you wanted to give people a quick rundown on what wallet you use. It's pretty easy to do, eh? We're all fucking slack cunts and we go, set up a new wallet and we all be little fucking bitches, but
yeah,
it's fucking easy as fuck, isn't it?
It's super easy. It's called Air Gap Wallet. So you just go to whatever app store you use or fucking search it in Google, download it. The best thing I actually like about Air Gap Wallet is it's two. You have to have 2 wallets. You have the interaction wallet and a vault wallet. You link them on setup, and to process a transaction, you actually have to accept it in both wallets. So for me, I have the vault on my phone, the wallet on my computer. I have to have both of those there. So it's essentially like having a ledger, right? You have to accept it on the ledger, the vault, before you can purchase it. Very, very easy to set up. It sounds much more complicated, but it's just a fucking 5-step process to do it. Write down your seed phrase and you're good to go.
How many, like you talk about those big projects on FX hash, how many penny crunches or penny projects are on there? Fuckloads?
Thousands, man. Like every day there's 20 to 100 to 3 projects getting minted. The big projects are by like certain specific artists, but a lot of people who are pretty successful on art blocks have FX hash or just general Tezos projects as well that are worth quite a bit because they were before their art blocks projects. So that's what I've kind of done is if I see an artist that there's a mint coming up, right, on FX hash, it looks cool and it looks like, because you get a feel for what's going to be successful or not just by looking at them. If you see something coming up in a week and you go, right, that's going to be pretty sought after, go back, look at what they've already made, buy 2 or 3 pieces that you really like, and they'll be cheap as fuck. And I've had it before where, you know, it might 10x just because their project in a week is very successful. So people go back and buy it. Now, a 10x, like, man, that could be $2 to $20, but it can also be $25 to $250, which then just bankrolls you back into the TES market. Like we're used to buying ETH projects where that's fuck all. That's nothing, right? Like, but it's definitely it's more of a bankroll to get to just keep circling back into art projects you like, whilst also not having to go back to an exchange and put more
money across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
are you going to learn how to do it?
It also hits you with the degenerate side of trading as well, right? For cheap. Like everyone likes the rush of trying to trade, trying to get a good deal and flip it for more. And this gets you that for fuck. Some of them are literally free. Some of them are $3. Yeah, I actually looked the other day into P5JS, and it's pretty cool. I haven't really done much. Haven't done much coding before in my life. So I had a quick play around on it, and yeah, I'll be dabbling. So hopefully, I don't know, soon enough, I'll be able to show some pieces I've made.
You would have done PLC coding, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, my dad bought me a DOS computer when I was a kid.
You're going to learn P5JS and then you're going to fucking teach me. You can't. That's what's going to happen. I've got some.
Sorry, just before we go on. So FX Hash is on Tezos. Now there's Object, which is like the OpenSea, the marketplace, the biggest marketplace anyway of Tezos. And that's not just generative art. That's actual proper artists who are making art themselves or using like AI to produce art. And that's where I think the actual opportunities on Tez are right now. There's some like if you just buying art for the sake of it, some really good stuff that that's very cheap. And one arts that you can buy for like $70.
One thing that worries me, like this whole generative art thing's fucking cool. I love it. And originally, art in real life, like in real life art, it's either done by someone painting a picture or fucking sculpting or whatever the fuck it's done by a person and their hands using these fucking things, right?
Yeah.
So there's only a certain limit of art that can get created because it's made by these fucking things here. This generative thing's cool, but very quickly we're going to get, and we're probably already there, into a fucking saturated market where one of these generators can punch out 10,000 different pieces in a fucking fraction of a second, over and over and over and over and over again. Where, and it's all subjective of what people like and what people don't like, but I can see it very quickly getting oversaturated if it's not already. And the pieces that you like are going to be easy to find because old mate's got something that's really similar, and old mate's got fucking 10,000 that's real similar, and old mate's got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but out of that too, you're going to see the better codes and the better coders generate better code that does better art that you think, fucking how has someone made a fucking piece of code or an algorithm do this?
Yeah, exactly, man. And like a big part of it as well is like when you actually dive into the code side of it, that like seeing how someone can efficiently write a piece of code to make an artwork. That's part of the art.
Yeah.
Like looking at it and like, oh fuck, you wrote 12 lines of code and it spat this out. That's very impressive. But yeah, for sure. There's at least 3 people that I see every single week on FX Hash with like 2 or 3 projects that they're punching out, and they're just punching them out and selling them for like fucking nothing, like half $1.
Yeah.
and they don't even mint out, but they just keep stacking up. And if across a month they get 1,000 of them minted, then that's $1,000, right? Like for fuck all work.
Yeah. I think there's there nearly needs to be like another, and I suppose it is generative art, but what I'm getting at nearly throughout this whole episode has been there's a lot of onus put on the NFT world and the ecosphere that it's like a lot of it's built around art, PFP and good looking projects. And personally, I think that's the wrong way for NFTs. Good that it gets artists to make these fucking cool things, like you just bought a thing for $1 and you support an artist. That's cool and fucking awesome or whatever. But I think we, as an NFT society, we lean on art too much. We really fucking lean on it. And we've all fucking said it. We've all been in that situation before where you're like, I don't even care because the art's good. I'll have it, hang it up on my fucking wall. You know what I mean? You fucking lean on that motherfucker, don't you? Like, I think it's fine because artists have been fucking very small in the past, and it's given even real life artists this massive avenue to sell art pieces, and I think that's a good thing. But we do fucking heavily lean on that fucking, and I don't know whether it's good, but we need to show the rest of the world that isn't into NFTs that it isn't just fucking pretty pictures. It's about fucking having the like IRL interaction with these NFTs. That's not just a fucking thing that you can hang on your wall. To me, anyway. Like, it's not ragging on artists and art, but we do fucking heavily associate everything with NFTs around art where it doesn't even need to be. This whole system would work great without any fucking pictures or without any art. You know what I mean? If it's just a fucking membership tag with your fucking name on it, it's still the same thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. Which is that's kind of why I got into this side of NFTs, was because I was kind of sick of that, right? Like every PFP picture or every utility token or whatever you minted was just like, oh, the art's so good. And I was just sick of hearing that I actually just went and started collecting art. Like
proper art.
Piece that I bought, it was like one of one, right? Now I paid 30 TES for it. I've got it right now up for 5,000 TES. It's never going to sell for that, and I'm never going to sell it for anything less than that because I bought it because I loved it. Doesn't matter, but there's no membership token that comes with it. There's fucking nothing.
So why did you list it then?
That's because that's the price that if someone wants to pay that, they can pay that, and I will be happy to.
Because he loves it, Pete, but he doesn't love it as much as 5,000 TES.
Yeah. I can love something a lot, but I can also right click save it and put 12.5 grand in my bank account.
We should go and run out of time here. I'm going to skip this next section and 2 sections in the next section too, and we're going to just talk about gutter juice DNA 2 just for a minute because it was recent and I feel like we should talk about it because the gutter juice maxis are in the house here. Hit us, gutter juice maxis. What are we looking at?
That's you, CJ.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, fuck. I mean, I'm broke at the minute, so I can't afford a DNA 2. But yeah, they released like 4,000, right? You need a DNA 2, you need a clone, and you need an additional clone to make one DNA 1 clone into a DNA 2 clone. So all very exciting.
So it's not actually reducing the supply.
No, it is. So you have to burn 1 clone to make another DNA 2.
So one comes out of 1 and into DNA 2.
Yeah, I think they explain it down here.
Yeah.
They've got a a little picture diagram for you.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it makes DNA ones deflationary, but the collection as a total not.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't mind. I think that's not a bad idea. And then DNA 3's coming as well, which is going to be even more rare. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you can actually use, it says there, you can use a OG and a clone with a DNA too as well.
Yeah, it does. I haven't noticed that before, but I mean, what psychopath is going to burn an OG?
Well, I don't think you'd burn the OG. I think you'd clone the OG to a DNA 2 and then just burn a clone.
Quite right, sir. Quite right.
So, what was the mint price they minted these DNA 2s? The vials?
It was a Dutch auction, but it got down to 0.3 and sat there for a bit, but it did mint out.
What's going to be the price for the DNA 3s? You know?
Cats are going close to 0.5. They've been selling close to 0.5, but they're probably down to like 0.45 now.
Yeah.
0.45 at the start of the show. And like pigeons and rats were around the 0.23 to 0.25 mark. So a bit of a loss if you minted that.
Yeah. Cool idea. I like it.
Do you think it's worth buying a DNA 2? Because if there's only 4,000 of them, they're going to get, once they start burning them, they're going to get burnt pretty quick. Like there was 28,000 DNA 1s. And a DNA 1 juice is worth 0.2 still. A DNA 2 juice is worth 0.25. Like I'm talking rat floor price. A DNA 2 juice is worth 0.5. There's only 4,000 of them. Do you think that's a play? Is you buy a couple of them when these people start burning them? There's probably might only be, it reduces supply again, so there's only 2,000 compared to 28,000.
Probably. I haven't really thought about it like that because I've got my cat clone. And for me to be able to get a clone too, I have to buy a cat vial, which is 0.45, and then another cat, which is about 0.25. Once I add that to the price that I pay for my clone, I could buy like a floor OG pigeon, right? So
But this is what I'm saying. Don't do that. Just buy the juice. Buy the juice. Wait till they mint a heap, and then the price technically should go up because you got less.
Theoretically, yeah.
People want them.
What I'm more getting at is the price difference between the DNA 1 juice and the DNA 2 juice doesn't seem big enough to me. Like considering that there were 28,000 DNA 1 juices and there's only 4,000 DNA 2s.
I think if that's your play, Pete, wait till DNA 3s and buy them.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be so little of them. At a guess, I'd say there's going to be 1,000 of them, so 250 of each.
But won't they be out of your price range? They'll probably go for an ETH.
Probably they'll be very expensive. But if your plan is to hold them for like a supply crunch, when people start burning them, that there's not that many left, I would say take the gamble on that personally. Yeah.
So you have to have a DNA 2 to clone to get a DNA 3?
You clone a DNA 2, but I'm pretty sure
They
you
haven't
only a DNA 1.
They haven't released any information on the DNA 3 yet, so we don't know.
So if the DNA 3 is only 1,000 collection, and you have to burn a clone out of DNA 2, it means it's only going to burn a maximum of 1,000, which doesn't bring the collection size down all that much, down from 4,000.
No, but what I'm more getting at is the collection size of 4,000, whether it gets brought down from DNA 3 or not, the collection size of 4,000 is small compared to the DNA 1 collection, which is 28,000. And DNA 2, then even after, if all of them are burnt, there's 4,000 DNA 2s and only 24,000 DNA 1s.
So there's a price disparity there. DNA 2s should be worth more.
I think so. That's just my opinion, but I haven't bought one yet, so
maybe you should.
I've been really close.
I got my pigeon juice.
Maybe you should buy 300 Catdogs instead, Pete.
Maybe I should.
All right, let's go on to bargain bin here before we finish. We're already fucking 15 minutes over here. I got bargain bin. This is where we buy a cheap NFT. And I found 3 here, but General's got 1, so I'll knock out one of them. Let's start with the Merge, because it's Merge Day. Have you seen the Merge, Pete?
No,
I got CJ.
I've seen it on Icy Tools, but I haven't looked at it, what it looks
I
like.
got CJ to bring it up here. They're cheap. They're like animated. It's sort of animated-ish. Sorry, General, go.
There's going to be some degen play come out of the Merge today. There's something that's minted in the last 12 hours is going to run a bit, but there's like 10 of them. So it's throw a dart at a fucking dartboard and hope you get the right one, and the rest are going to 0.
So what's the idea of this? Did it get minted across the Merge or something?
I've got no idea, Pete. Like all these, I look them up 5 minutes before we start the podcast. I'll read it to you. Consensus commissioned a series of NFT illustrations depicting elaborately detailed worlds that embody the benefits of the Merge: sustainability, security, and scalability. There's a lot of stuff under that you don't need to know.
Okay.
They're all exactly the same, though, Will, from what I've seen. I don't know what this image is, but they're all the same as far as I'm aware.
Is it going to reveal?
Maybe this is the reveal. Maybe it is.
I thought it was more of like a POAP.
Could be. Like I said, no research. Give us your one, General. What do you got for bargain bin?
Well, I think it's CJ's one actually. The Turkey Megaverse.
We've talked about turkeys before.
They're in
That's the Australian one.
They're in the bargain bin now.
Were they not in the bargain bin in the first place? We talked about them for actual NFTs to buy.
Yeah. And it's lucky that we said non-financial advice.
We spoke about them because they were pumping at the time, and it was when the Ukraine war started, and this was a kid that from Ukraine made these or something.
How much for the only one that I want, CJ?
It's not for sale.
Oh, don't even fucking worry. What are we even looking at it for?
It was sold for 0.4, so yeah, you're going to have to match that.
What are they? What are the floor price on them now? They're like $10.
Yeah,
$8.
No more. Let's see. $7.97.
Very high contender there. Very high contender. Let's hit this last one. MZI. This is real weird, this one. Because I looked at the collection and I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird. And then I went back to the one I clicked on. I'll send you a link, CJ. Have you got the link I sent you? Yeah, I'll send it to you again.
This is the wrong one.
So why is there a unicorn? And all the other
It's really weird, Pete. It's like they're different, totally different PFPs, I guess. I really don't know. I only picked it out because I grabbed my eye. This guy riding a skateboard, but
that's totally different than nothing else.
Yeah, it's like don't even worry about it.
Where's that one with the skateboard?
What have you been looking up, CJ?
Oh, you want that one specifically with the skateboard?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Right. I've got it.
But like, I looked at all the rest of the collection. I'm like, they looked ordinary except this one.
This guy.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what I thought. We wanted to talk about good art today, so It just grabbed my eye that bit. But super
What is it?
weird. MZI. No, that's like $8, $7 or something.
MZ Club?
MZI. M for Max. Z for zebra. I for igloo.
Yeah,
Oi,
it's called
you know,
MZI.
there's 76,000 items in
Yeah,
the
that's-
collection.
Yeah. That's why I was real weirded out about it.
Is it a game like the car we bought?
I don't know. But what are we going? We're going to be going turkeys, boys. Are we doing turkeys?
Turkeys for sure.
If we do turkeys, I'm going to go buy that skeleton riding the skateboard.
Not if I get it first. I've already got one.
Fuck you.
Hey, there's two skateboards. If you scroll down a little bit, there's heaps of different ones. There's robots, and then there's a cowhead, and there's heaps of weird looking ones if you scroll down like half to the bottom of the OpenSea page.
MZI Club, they call it.
Yeah.
Well,
Real weird looking ones, isn't there?
Like scroll right down to the bottom of OpenSea, and just below all those monkeys that are at the floor, then there's robots and some other shit, and
It's like a unicorn.
goats,
And shit. A banana.
they're not even that
lion.
Hmm.
Ah, they're at 005, still down here. Banana.
There's a
This is probably
lion.
one of
Yeah.
these. It's by Turkey and MZI.
Right, let's buy both. It's definitely weird, eh? Like, this is what grabbed my attention. It's definitely weird.
How did you find it? What did you Google to find that?
Like, yeah, I've got one more for you to bring up, CJ. Can you bring up this one, mate? Tell me this is not... Tell me the first word that comes to your head when you see this picture, Pete.
Oh, we should buy that. Buy it. That's fucking hilarious.
It's just weird, isn't it?
It's like a glitch. It fucking lines up.
It's like someone's done some P5JS, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I love that. I love it.
Righto. We'll get one of those. And we'll get a turkey as well. Why not? I like turkeys.
Do it.
That's it, boys. We're fucking 20 minutes over. That's not too bad. Go join our YouTube, Better Than Sex YouTube, and hit that thumbs up and hit the bell. That's all I'm going to share for you this week. Thanks,
Code
Cheryl.
word. Code
Thank
word.
you.
Oh,
FX hash.
is that going to be the code word?
The code word is FX hash, and also go buy some Tezos and buy some shit on FX hash. That's what my shit is for the week.
Sounds
So,
good.
and that is financial advice.
Yes. If you've got any dramas with it, just email General So's chickencoop@gmail.com. Thanks, Pete.
See you.
Thanks, CJ. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Right.